Hi guys, welcome to a Crochet Extras, and this is going to be a video part of our alphabet series on how to crochet the alphabet. And today I'm going to be showing you the much awaited letter U and the letter T as well. Okay, so we're going to be using the same weight yarn and hook size that we've been using for the other letters, and that's a DK light worsted weight yarn. It's a yarn weight of 3, and we're using a 3mm crochet hook. And it's also a good idea, like I always say, to have a pair of scissors and a yarn needle as well. So let's begin. So we're going to start off with the letter U to begin with. So for the letter U, what you need to do is we're going to chain 28. So chain 28 to begin. 28. So 1, 2, 3, 26, 27 and 28. So you need to chain 28 to begin. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 double crochet in our second stitch from hook. And this is US terminology. So 1 double crochet in our second stitch from hook. And our second stitch from hook, we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first stitch and there's our second. So going into that second stitch from hook, our second chain, we're going to do a double crochet. So 1 double crochet. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 9 chains. So 1 double crochet in the next 9 chains. So we do 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So that's 1 in the next stitch, 2, 1 in the next chain, 3, 1 in the next chain, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 in the next stitch, 8, and then 1 in the next stitch, 9. Okay, so you've done 1 double crochet in that second stitch from hook, then 1 double crochet in the next 9. So you should have done 10 double crochets so far all together. Then we're going to do in the next stitch, in the next chain, we're going to do 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So in the next stitch we do 1 double crochet and then yarn over, and we go back into the same chain to do another one. So we end up with 2 double crochet in the same stitch, 2 in the same stitch. We do the same again in the next stitch. We do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1, and go back into the same stitch for another one. So you've got 2 in there as well. Then same again in the next stitch, do 2 double crochet in the next stitch as well, 1, and going back into the same chain and do another one. So you've done 2 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Okay, so you've done 2 double crochet in the next 3, did 2 in there, 2 in there and 2 in there. Then we're just going to do 1 double crochet by itself in the next stitch. So in the next chain we just do 1 double crochet by itself. Gets a bit curly. So we just do 1 double crochet by itself in that next stitch. And then we go back to doing 2 double crochet. So we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1, and go back into the same chain and do another one. So you've got 2 in there. Okay, so you've got 2 in there. Then 2 in the next chain as well. 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1, and going back into the same chain for another one. So you've got 2 in there, and then 2 in the next one as well. 2 double crochet in the next stitch. There's 1, and get back into the same chain for another double crochet. So you've done the same that you did this side. You've done 2 double crochet in the next 3, 2 in there, 2 in there, and 2 in there. Then that should leave you with 10 stitches, so we just do 1 double crochet in the last 10 to finish up, going up the other side of the U. So 1 double crochet by itself in the next stitch, and 1 double crochet in each stitch by itself to the end. You should have 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one 10. So you should have 1 double crochet in the last 10 stitches. Okay, and you should have a final stitch count of 33. Okay, and it should look a little something like that. So you did your 1 double crochet in the 10 stitches down there, and then 2 double crochet in the next 3, then just 1 by itself in the middle, then 2 double crochet in the next 3 again to mirror the other side, and then finishing up with 1 double crochet in the last 10. And now you have a letter U. So now we're going to move on to the letter T, but just before we do, we're just going to curve off the end, because you can see here at the beginning it's quite curvy. So just to curve that over, what we're going to do is cut our yarn and then just pull the loop through to finish. Get our yarn needle, thread it on, and to curve it over like the other side so it's less square, all we do is we thread our needle through the other side at the top, and then that just curves it over like that, which means it'll be nice and curved like the other side. And then we just hide our tail ends by turning it over, threading it through a few stitches, and then trimming the excess off. And of course hide this tail end as well. Thread it through a few stitches, trim the excess. You can of course spend more time on this than I have, and there we go, there is our finished U. So all we need to do now is to move on to our letter T. Okay, so for our letter T, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 11 to begin with this time. Chain 11. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And once you've chained 11, we're going to do 1 double crochet in our second stitch from hook. And our second stitch from hook, we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first chain and there's our second, and 1 double crochet, this is in US terminology. Go into that second chain down and do a double crochet. So you've got 1 double crochet in that second stitch from hook. Then we're just going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch across. So in the next 9, sorry. So we do 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in each chain along to the other end. So you should have a final stitch count of 10. So you've done 1 double crochet in your second stitch from hook, then 1 double crochet in the last 9. You're basically just doing 1 double crochet in each chain across. You should have a final stitch count of 10. And what we're going to do now is, because this side is nice and curved, we don't want to leave this side straight. So what we're going to do, and if you're familiar with the other letters, you've done this before, but what we're going to do is we're going to put our hook in that last double crochet. We're going to put our hook right through the middle of it as neatly as we can. So just trying to put it through, literally through the middle of that double crochet. We're going to do a slip stitch, okay, like so, because then we want to get working into these, back into these chains again, this side, and we're going to do a slip stitch in that corner, that last chain that we did our double crochet in. I'm going to do a slip stitch in there as well, and then we're going to do a 1 slip stitch in the next 3 chains. So going into the next chain, and to make it easier to see these chains, it's a good idea when you work into them the first time round doing your double crochets, is just to catch 1 loop rather than 2, just that top loop, and it makes it easier to see the chains when you work back into them. So we do a slip stitch in that second chain, and then a slip stitch in the third chain, and a slip stitch in the fourth chain. So you want to do 1 slip stitch in 4 chains from the edge, which just about takes you to the middle, but not quite. You're just slightly to the side of the middle. Okay, and then what you need to do is you need to chain 11 again. So we're going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we chained 11, and then it's the same thing again. We're going to do 1 double crochet in our second stitch from hook, so we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first, there's our second. Do a double crochet in there, just 1 double crochet, and we're going to do 1 double crochet in each chain up, so in the last 9 chains as well, just 1 double crochet in each chain up. Okay, so you should have a final stitch count on this part of 10 as well. So just doing 1 double crochet in each chain. Doing 1 double crochet in each chain, back to the top, and just coming up to the last one, the last chain of those 11, and you should have a stitch count on this part of 10 double crochets. And now all we need to do is just connect this part of the T to the top part, so moving that tail end out of the way. So what you need to do is you need to skip 2 chains on this top part here, so skip that chain there and that chain there. Then in the third one, I'm just going to put our hook in that third chain and do a slip stitch like so, and that just gives you a nice distance between, and there is our finished T basically. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut our yarn and then bring our loop through. And as you can see, you've got a little bit of a gap there, so you might want to just sew that up with the remaining tail end. So to do that, we can just literally sew it up. You can of course spend more time making this look neater. So I'm just going to quickly sew the gap closed and then there we go. Then I'm just going to thread the yarn to the back of the T and hide my tail end on the back. So let's hide that one and sew in this one as well to make it secure. And then just trim the excess like so. And there we go, there is our finished letter T. And like I say, for all of these letters, what you can do is block them to stop them being curly like that. And to do that, you can just pin them into place, get them wet and let them dry pinned into place. Or you can just iron them really quickly, and they should make them a little less curly. And there we go, there's a letter U and a letter T. So we've only got a few letters left to do, but I hope you found this tutorial useful. I hope you managed to follow along, and I will see you soon for some more crochet fun. Cheers guys, bye!